If we are emotional about the final season of Carmilla, I can't imagine what it's like for you guys. I read that everybody cried after production wrapped. What can you tell me about finishing off this season?
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know where to begin. It was I mean, it was like the ending of school of I don't know how to explain it. It was really Spencer and Steph came up to us at the end of the last shot of the season, and Natasha and I were there, and and it was kind of just like us in a little huddle, and they were like, "Do you think that we got it?"
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he asked us, because they were going to offer us another take, and he was like, "Do you think we're done?" And Elise and I just kind of looked at each other, and just went, "Yeah." It's time, and then we both just
and then we all started crying like banshees,
bawling. Yeah, I think Elise and I just held on to each other for like an hour straight. Oh my God, I didn't let go.
This season, you shot on a real set. The library is like a real set. What can you guys tell me about working with that and what the Silas library is like?
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's true. I think that's what we were all most excited about, because the first 2 seasons in the house and it just being like everything was so close together, and we were all like just sweating so hard. But it was also cool to see the art department build a set in the middle of an empty white room. And it's a magical library, so you can imagine that they had a lot of fun with it, and they did such an amazing job. It looks incredible.
Yeah, there are a lot of really cool lighting rigs this year as well that I was really impressed with. They kind of use like old Hollywood tricks, so I really love that, because we don't have crazy special effects, but it's amazing to see what they created, and the library really is a character of its own as well, so I'm excited for everyone to see it.
So, BuzzFeed also broke that you guys are going like unabashedly queer this season, like maybe even dropping the L word at a certain point, I hear? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What can you tell me about that direction?
Well, this is the first time that we actually say the word lesbian on the show, which I think is really important and really cool, and it's the first time that it's actually discussed. I mean, I think it was neat for season 1 and 2 to sort of have it be about the mystery and to sort of like normalize queerness, but I think it's also important to have the discussion about it as well. So that was, it's really great, and I'm just, it's a show that I'm so proud to work on for a multitude of reasons, but definitely for that reason. I make a mean chili. Secret ingredient is my resentment. For all those that I have to make it for. It's mostly just myself.
Oh man. I got nothing. Yoga. True. I can do yoga. I think at one point in my childhood I used to walk on stilts a lot.
That's
very cool.
Yeah. Elise was doing some really good cartwheels before we came in here. They're really crisp.
We have a video of her doing like 4 of them in a row. She just kept cartwheeling.
It's on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's right. I do a good cartwheel.
Thank you, guys. And thank you for that question. That was delightful. Over here.
I think watching their relationship grow over the seasons is such a great through line throughout the whole 3 seasons, and there's such a different dynamic between season 1 and season 2. And season 1 is sort of about passion and falling in love and realizing that like a person that you didn't think you could fall for is actually the person that you're really want to be with. And then season 2 is kind of about what happens when you start seeing things in a person that you're like, oh, I really love you, but I don't know if I like that about you. And then I think a lot of what happened in season 2 is based on it's really scary sometimes when if it's a romantic relationship or not, if you're in love with someone, if you love someone and then it's not the person that you pictured, and you don't know if that life is, you spend so much time planning what you think your life is going to be like, and then it doesn't look like that all of a sudden, and it's scary, and you don't know what's happening, and then that's where a lot of like anger and resentment comes in. And I think that's kind of like where a lot of their conflict happened in season 2. And I think season 3 is about finding that third thing, which is about accepting the person and knowing that it takes work to be in a relationship, and knowing that there's like a deeper level of love past surface things, with this great music behind me going on the whole time.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things has been the same for every season, is just their ability to learn from each other constantly and to start to listen to one another. This is so dramatic. And I think it was, without giving too much away, I think season 3 is very much about what a relationship is and what it can be, and how it doesn't have to subscribe to one particular thing, how there is no definition of what girlfriend and girlfriend should be. There's so many different dynamics and different kinds of relationships, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's
There's good stuff in store for season 3.